So not long ago I saw a pretty interesting video. It was Nikki Tutorials with James Charles. They did the makeup roulette challenge, which was really funny and really interesting. I'll link the video below. And that gave me the motivation and idea to do the art roulette challenge. I had thought of this for a long time, never got around to doing it, but seeing their video really inspired me to come here, film it, and do it. It's pretty scary, it's gonna be pretty funny, probably. So basically, I'm going to pick at random what I'm gonna paint. So there's categories. So I decided to go with the subject, like what I'm gonna paint, what art movement I will try to emulate. I know, right? This is gonna be really hard. What media I will use, and I've got a wild card, stuff that I have to kind of include in my art piece. And this is basically gonna be my little random thing to pick how many colors I will be able to use in my artwork. So today we're playing art roulette. The subject. So what am I gonna paint? The possible choices are food, flowers, seascape, cityscape, landscape, portrait, nude, musical instrument, animal, self-portrait, an object around the house, and a sunset. So these are what's in here. If ever you decide to do this challenge, and I would really love for you to do it because I would like to watch them, you can just decide whatever you want to put at random. This is what I chose. So honestly, the one that I don't want is probably food or cityscape. So, what is it gonna be? Cityscape! No! Okay, so let's pick the media. So what I have for media is crayons, watercolors, acrylics, dry pastel, oil pastel, colored pencil, and then I have a category called charcoal, conté, and pencils all clumped up together. Gouache and mixed media. Let's see what I pick. I probably want acrylics or oil pastel the most. The least would be charcoal, conté, and pencil because I think that would be so boring to have to make something just... It wouldn't be as interesting. Crayons! Oh my god, that would be the hardest. I'm picking this. Crayons! Oh my god, no! Oh my god, this is gonna be so hard. A cityscape in crayons. Alright, let's just go with the art movement. This, like, at this point, what it can't be worse, can it? Can it be worse? Okay, so the art movements that I wrote down are Fauvism, Impressionism, Cubism, I don't want Cubism, Surrealism, pop art, abstract, that would be ideal, Naïve, or Expressionism. Please, let it be easy. Let it be easy. Expressionism! That's okay because it's kind of wide, so I can kind of make something happen. Okay, the wild card. I basically have to include that challenge into my already challenging art piece, but I don't have to do it all through the piece. Let me explain. So I've included spatula, using my opposite hand, like I said, just part of the way, using an onion, using a mirror, like use a mirror to look into to draw, using a fork, my own hair, with oven mitts, a whisk, or a turkey baster. I'll have to make it work. So, what do I have? What is it gonna be? It's an onion! Darn! It's gonna stink, it's gonna make me cry, and how do I do it? I'm gonna have to melt them, like, so that I could use them like paint to do something with a freaking onion. Why did I do that? I'm stupid. It doesn't stop here. The last part is figuring out how many colors I'll be allowed. So it goes from 1 to 8 because there's like 8 little sections here. Are you ready? Okay, I'm going to choose green. G-R-E-E-N. I'm gonna take the leaves, the little green leaves. Okay, okay. Please, I want at least 3 colors. 2! Oh my god, it's only 2 colors. Oh my god, oh my god. I think this is gonna be a disaster. I hope it's not boring with just 2 colors. Come on. And of course, I'm gonna pick the color at random. Orange! That's okay. So I would like to have like a dark blue or black or something very dark. Please, please, make it dark. It's the lightest blue. No. That's what this is. This is my challenge. So I have to draw a cityscape with crayons using an onion, and it has to be in an expressionist style. I think that I'm going to do a cityscape at night. I have contact lenses on. That's why I'm not crying so much. I feel like this is gonna be a disaster. I'm gonna use black paper just because I think it's gonna help my 2-color challenge. Let's just hope that crayons show up on black paper because I've never tried it before. Oh no, it doesn't show up well. Crap! It's shit! I thought it would be more pigmented and it would show up more. Oh, the blue shows up. I was able to melt down the crayon to get enough pigment to cover the black paper with orange. It gives a bit of a weird texture, but we're running with it because I really want to make that painting. Time to bust out the onion and to melt some pastel. Wish me luck. I've got the onion. Oh lord, it smells so much. This is gonna be really hard to do. It's very liquidy. Oh, it's gonna be a struggle. I feel like I'm making a mistake. There's gonna be a lot of texture. Okay, I need to do this. Like, this is kind of nice though. Okay, come on, come on. Work for me. And it dries right away. It's like candle wax. Whose brilliant idea was this? What I would need is some kind of like fondue thing, you know, with like a little pot and a candle under to leave it warm and melted. This is gonna work for sure. Of course, no problem. It's a very crusty sunset. Am I gonna have to pull out the fondue set? I think in one of my videos I said like something like the material is, doesn't matter what kind of material you use. If you're creative, you could do it with anything. Even crayons. There's onion juice everywhere. Oh my god, my nose is starting to leak. I don't want to give up. Ugh. Okay, so I have a new strategy. I'm gonna melt more crayon. I don't know. What's my strategy? I don't have a strategy. This is horrible. Do not try this at home. It's very juicy. I can't believe I'm painting with a piece of onion. It's totally like Van Gogh. What are you saying? Crusty art. It's a new thing. It's all the rage. Oh, it's so pretty. This might be a cool challenge. Melted crayons. Melted crayon and a palette knife. It's fun, it's fun, it's fun. It's just like the Starry Night. I should really sign this. There you go. So this is the aftermath of my little project. My magnificent onion. This is what I was trying to do. This is what we actually got. You know how sometimes art is nicer when you look at it from far? We need to be really far. Alright, this was a total fail. Let's do it again. Self-portrait! Please let it be acrylics. Gouache! It's gouache. A self-portrait and gouache. I've never used gouache before. Then let's do art movements. Fauvism! I like that. That's my favorite movement, so I'm happy about that. O-R-A-N-G-E. I'm gonna go with the butterfly. 7! That's good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7! So I'm allowed all my gouache. That's pretty good. Let's play art roulette. Alright. So the challenge is for me to paint a self-portrait using 7 colors in gouache and trying to emulate the Fauvism movement. As you might have noticed, I did not pick a wild card on this one. I forgot. And here I could have sketched the outline with gouache, but after that crayon disaster, I was just out of patience, so I used the pencil to save time. This was pretty much my first time using gouache. I kind of experimented with it once or twice in university, but I never really tried to render anything realistically, so this is a first for me. Gouache is kind of like watercolor in the sense that after it's dry, you can reactivate it again with water. So that's good, you can fix mistakes. And other than that, it's pretty opaque. And once dry, the finish is very different than watercolor. It's more matte and kind of chalky looking. So Fauvism. It's one of my favorite movements, if not the favorite, and it was very short-lived. It lasted from 1905 to 1908, and it only had 3 art exhibitions, and the leaders of the movement were Henri Matisse and André Derain. Fauvism, I don't know how to say it in English because it's a French word. It got its name from a French art critic that started calling the artists themselves les fauves, which can be translated as wild beasts or wild cats in a not so nice manner. So that's how les fauves or the Fauvism movement was born. I'll show you a few examples of that movement. Fauvism uses wild brush strokes and bold and saturated colors to render the subjects. The point is not to represent reality, but mainly to express emotion through color, through brush strokes and different textures. Fauvism can also be seen as a subcategory of the Expressionism movement. In my piece, I could have been a lot more bolder in rendering the skin tone, but I kind of got caught up in making the painting pretty when I could have made it more expressive and stronger with bolder colors. So I focused the fauve aspect of the painting in rendering the hair with bold brushstrokes and more vivid colors. I'm pretty satisfied with this one, thank God. And friggin' crayons, you and I have unfinished business. I will make art out of you someday. Subscribe for more. I'll see you in a few days. Bye.